Good evening, boys and girls. You join me on an adventure. It is a balmy summer's evening, and I've come out to test my new bags for my bike, which are fantastic. So much easier than having a big bag on your back, so that's a massive win. What is not a win is the minor meltdown and flashbacks to the summer in Scotland I've just had, because the midge have arrived, everybody. I am being eaten alive as we speak, and I know exactly where my bug spray is, and it's at home. So I've calmed down a little bit since I started, but I'm now just walking down to avoid the midges while I decide where to go next. So I'm going to cut this video off now because nobody wants to see a grown man have a meltdown in the first minute of a video. So I'll calm myself, come up with a plan, and then see where we are. Next time you see me, I'll be calm, in control of my emotions. Okay, so since you saw me last, I've put up a line in case I need to put a tarp up this evening, which I'm not sure I will. And I've also inflated and put in my inflatable air mat. Basically, this is a bit of a test. I've had this for a while. I've used it like 4 or 5 times, and I've got an under blanket as well. And last time I came out, I used the under blanket, and I need to buy a down under blanket basically, because the DD one I've got, it just takes up too much space. This isn't much better, to be fair, but I imagine hammocking to be a lightweight endeavour, and it's not, with the hammock and an under blanket and a quilt and a tarp and all the lines and stuff. So either I'm doing it wrong or I need some better stuff. So I'm trying this out instead of the under blanket and see if it's warmer, as warm, not as warm, pain in the arse, falls out, any of this stuff basically. An update on the midges. I had a 5-10 minute period where I thought we were okay, and they've just hit with a abandon again. So I'm back to walking around, which is good. But the bike's an absolute beast, it's done me proud. I had the tarp, hammock and all the lines in the red bag at the back. Black one at the front's got my food in. That one in the middle's got like spare inner tubes and pump and random stuff. And my backpack just had spare clothes, little sleeping bag, little cooker and some food, not food. So yeah, pretty good. It's an absolute beast, this bike, bloody love it. Right, what next? Let's throw my sleeping bag in, and then I think probably start boiling some water and eat something. Maybe go for a little run around and see if I can avoid the midges, or I can lead them away and then sprint back and they lose me. That's how it works. That's definitely how it works. So you know where you are with my firelighting, you know, first time every time, just yeah, I'm just literally using the water straight out the stream. I'm gonna boil the crap out of it, but did bring some Sheffield Fresh with me, but might as well use it while it's here, save me a bit of weight, save some for the morning. But yeah, just gonna boil this up, have a tea, and have some food. And then possibly quite early retire into the hammock under a lovely bug net so I don't get completely eaten alive. because while I am putting a brave face on it, it is quite unpleasant. Bug net all ready for me. Might have to throw the bike behind a wall somewhere so it's a little bit hidden in case anyone spots me. Then again, I'm not seeing anyone for about 2 hours, so it should be alright. Oh, it's a little bit eager, this. Got like a titanium stove, a Meth's one. It's just not efficient. It smashes out so much flame. Needs smaller holes on it or something. Absolute monster. Oh, and this monstrosity as well. Bloody paracord wasn't long enough, so I had to extend it with a massive bloody extension and some terrible knots. Oh well, so far so good. All gone. I just took my meal for a little walk as I reflected on my newfound status as a middle tier food chain dweller. I teach about food chains and feeding relationships and trophic levels and all of this stuff, and I've just realised I'm living a lie. Here I am eating my beans, thinking I'm an apex predator, top of the food chain, master of all that I survey, but I'm not. I am providing tea, luncheon if you will, to hundreds of little apex predators all over me. I'm living a lie. Just thinking, I'm not sure I've shown this stove before. I do like little Meth stoves, and this was an AliExpress special. It's like 15 quid. It weighs nothing, packs down tiny. Little titanium one. Yeah, it's still good. I do like the colour that titanium goes when you heat it. Yeah, so not a bad little stove. Doesn't use much fuel at all either, so pretty good. I am not too proud to admit that I am hiding from the midge. A few of them have got in here with me, but I'll get them. I'm going to read for a bit. I've had a bit of a breakthrough recently. I've been reading the same book for a couple of years, which has almost destroyed my love of reading. I've been reading Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan. I was reading it when I did the Coast to Coast, which was a good couple of years ago, and after book 4, 5, it just falls off a cliff, becomes very slow, and then it doesn't really pick up for a while. And I think book 9, book 10, it picked up, and I've smashed like 2 books in the last 2 or 3 weeks. I'm almost to the end of book 11 now, I think. So 2 left, 3 left. I'm just on the first one that Brandon Sanderson is writing. So I'm gonna smash on with some of that while I hide from the midge, I think. And that is the plan. I've also got a new head torch, which I accidentally bought the other day on the Amazon Prime Day, so I'll show you that as well. It's a olight pre-run 2 or something. I've already got a little olight which I use all the time, but I think for winter, when I might use it for 5 or 6 hours at a night, I might need a bigger one. Oh, that's the justification I gave to myself for buying another item that I probably don't need. Oh, update on this underquilt thing, under pad. It's good, really good. It's the first time I've used it when I've put it in the sleeve thing underneath the hammock, and it holds it in place really well. I'm very impressed so far. It's pretty good. Right, less of me blabbering, more of me reading. Don't know if you can see them, guys, but they're out there. They're waiting for me. I can hear the little footsteps on the mesh. We are victorious. The midge have gone. A little bit of a breeze has kicked up, and blessed relief. Just going for a little wander down the little stream, little river. Almost fell asleep in the hammock, and then I kind of came to and was like, oh, it's getting dark. It's really getting dark. And it's not. It's just quite a shaded spot. And with the bug net, it's well, it's pretty dark in there. And I think what I'm going to do now is put a tarp up, because whereas it did say we weren't supposed to have any rain, it has clouded over. And I'd rather do it now than do it in the dark, getting soggy later. So that's what I shall do. But yeah, a little bit of a breeze made a world of difference. Midge have gone. That's cooled down a little bit. I have literally just bought this little jacket with me, so I hope it doesn't get much cooler, because it might be a bit of a nippy night. But yeah, I think I'll stick the tarp up over the top and then see how we go. Right, I shall get that done. Alright, so the tarp is up. Little delta configuration for today. I've got 4 of those delta pegs, so I'm hoping they work, considering the whole thing's held down by just 2 pegs. And I've got my little candle lit, and I think I'm just gonna have I'll light the stove and have a drink, and then retire. Ooh, and test out my new torch. Still pretty light out there, to be fair. But the sun has gone down. It is it's 10 to 10 actually, so well after sunset. But yeah, I've not even heard a voice or anything. So it's pretty quiet. I feel better for having the tarp up, just in case we do get any water. Yeah, looking good. So I guess before the light completely disappears, this is the Olight Penrun 2. So it's a bit of a unit for a head torch, but it is very comfortable when it's on. It's got like a moonlight mode, which I think is like 5 or 10 lumens, which will last like 17 days. It's got like a detector at the front there at the top, so if you do leave it on something and it gets hot, it turns itself off, so you shouldn't set fire to anything in your bag. And it's got like a turbo mode, which is 2000 lumens or something insane. So we'll try that out when it gets dark and see how bright it is, but yeah, it's good. It's comfortable. The best thing about these Olights is the fact that you can set them up so they only turn on when the button is pressed, so they don't turn themselves on permanently in your bag and stuff, which is good. So I'll give that a go in a minute. But just the lowest setting is well enough for wandering around camp. And that's my brew coming along nicely. Let's see then, what are these brightness settings? So that's lowest. Bloody hell. So do that again. So low, medium, high, which is insane. And then there's a turbo mode, which is more than daylight, I'd assume. That's crazy. Alright, I think we're approaching a boil, so it's brewski time. There we go, a nice rolling boil, which is pretty important if you are drinking stream water like I am. So give it a good boil, a minute or two, just to make sure anything that is alive is no longer alive. Right, well I think that's it for the evening. I've had a drink and I'm now in the hammock. And yeah, it's pretty still, slight breeze. But I think I shall sleep like a log, so unless anything exciting happens in the evening, I shall see you all in the morning. Morning all packed up, you can just see there, bike's all ready to go. The midge have returned, it's day 2, return of the midge, so I'm keeping moving. Have a little scout down here. Let's see if there's an easier way for me to get out with my bike that doesn't involve climbing up or down a cliff, scaling rivers and that sort of stuff. The short answer is no, I don't think there is. Well, that'll be a giggle. Have to get across there somewhere. Right guys, as always, leave no trace. So bike all packed up. I was strung between that tree and that tree. I moved everything. There's an old fire pit which I've cleaned up as best I could. To be fair, there's a big fire pit and a load of wood over there, so it's not like this is not used. but I've tied it up as best I can. I've put a couple of bits of paracord in my bag because they were just left on the floor. But yeah, try and always leave the place in a better condition than when you found it. Well, 20 minutes to get back. That was pretty quick. At some points I think I was just approaching a sound barrier, you know, where sounds got a bit crackly and a bit weird. Very fast. Ripping up the tarmac behind me. I think actually it's all just downhill on the way back. Anyway, I enjoyed that one, it was good. The bike packing gear works really well. Torch is good. New stuff all works. So I'll try that again. I think next time I'll come out with a tent and see how that works. A bit more realistic, I think, for a coast to coast on the bike or something. So yeah, I'll bring a tent next time and see how that fits into the bags. But yeah, not bad. Anyway, cheers for watching. I'll edit this at some point this weekend probably. And I will see you all again soon.